Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 2 between Warrior Gaming versus MVP. This is the Summit 6 Seed Qualifiers, and it means a lot for both of these teams because one of these teams is being eliminated after this best of 3. This is the lower bracket. MVP down 1 game to Warriors Gaming, and they're not having a good day because they also got 0-2 eliminated early on today. So hopefully for them, they could kind of at least find 1 game here and force it to a Game 3. But without further ado, I'm Luminous, and I'm joined by Hades. What's up, man?
Hello, hi everybody. Yep, I'm very hopeful that mvp.Phoenix could come back into this because you gotta show some respect for Lord Dubu and QO. And they did try to cheese Warriors Gaming with that Omni Knight Radiance thing, but unfortunately we never really did get to see it come online. And in Warriors Gaming, we just saw how they outplayed MVP in a couple of those team fights, especially, thanks to X-Nova. But MVP.Phoenix, this time they will open up with the Slaughter pick. Alright, that's a pretty stable pick.
You know what the right item when we were talking about it when he bought it at the side shop, you know what the right item he should have bought there?
Which one?
Plate mail into Shiva's. I just think that, having much more survivability, because I feel like with Omni Knight, you want to make the team fight go longer. And Radiance is okay for that, but we just saw how quickly they got rolled over. I don't think Shiva would have ultimately changed the outcome of the game, but I think that was the correct item choice. Anyways, we see a Warlock, and it's not even MVP playing it.
Yeah, this is an upcoming trend I realize in the C region. Like you see Fnatic, they also played this in the first series in the Summit 6 qualifiers, and you just like to see that synergy with the Fatal Bonds and with whatever teamfight AoE spells you have, so that damage is spread out very evenly, and it actually does a lot more than you think. So at the same time, many teams in C, they're still trying to adjust to play against this Warlock because you don't usually see, this is not your typical pub kind of hero, and it's very greedy. But when you do get the right spell, when you do get the spells off, it really provides a lot of team control in these fights.
Yeah, and I think Fatal Bond is actually one of the most dangerous spells to play against, in the sense that you think everybody's good HP wise, you get linked up, an epicenter comes through, and your HP just drops so fast that by the time that you think, oh, it's time to turn around and run, that you just can't run. You just lose the team fight outright. With Warlock, what it comes down to for me is what school of thought is it in? Like, are you more of the Fatal Bond where you think that's the better spell, or are you more of the upheaval? And a lot of players swear by that, but I think in this game though, I find a very strong reason leveling at Fatal Bond simply because you have the Sand King.
So far the build which I've observed, which they do tend to use, is just the 440. So you max your Fatal Bond to Shadow Word, especially during the laning. Like, it's really good even to get against aggressive challenge situations. It's pretty good for harassment. At the same time, the heal is really strong, and the duration is very long, so it's 12 seconds. So Warriors Gaming, I don't think they'll play this as a Nana kind of hero, because he really likes his he likes his fighting heroes, not those kind of heroes which are will wait at the back and you toss down the rock. So MVP.Phoenix going with the Keep of the Light. It's just like the anti-Timbersaw kind of thing. I still feel like they can still pick up Timbersaw with Slaughter, which should be played by Febby, not a Velo hero.
10 seconds to go.
I fixed my mic again. Hopefully statics or crackling will go away. Let me know, chat. I do appreciate you guys are being super patient with my technical inefficiencies. Hopefully by the next time I do broadcast, it should be okay. So you talked about the Timbersaw kind of matchup against Keeper. That's the thing that I always talked about, but ever since that nerf on Keeper, nobody ever picks Keeper anymore. I am actually somewhat surprised to see Keeper being picked second pick here, because honestly, I don't think that hero would have been banned out. And they could have grabbed something else that they thought was more important to them.
Maybe not so much in C, but you still see this hero being picked up quite often in like the Chinese region. Maybe the extra mana cost to mana leak. That's it. But Blinding Light is still a really good spell, and Chakra Magic, who doesn't love that? Illuminate. If you do build up to that Axe, you can. I would say the possibilities of how you can split the map, and how to a certain extent you have global presence. You can just call a teammate in to join team fights very easily. So it's just how you want to play around it, like how you execute the hero. C teams, they haven't really hit that level where they're able to understand Keep of the Light that well. So Warriors Gaming Unity, I want to see what else they'll put up with the Warlock, because like I said, you have many heroes which can go well with the Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, I mean, they could definitely just pick more AoE into this as well. We'll see exactly what they want to be doing. Also, the other question that we don't know is whether this is a farm warlock or a support warlock. Kind of teams have been going back and forth for that as well. We definitely see mid warlock in the past. And it looks like we're going to see IO Keeper. So I think this is the reason why they pick Keeper. They want the tether cheese, right? The insane mana regen for one of your cores. So big mana core comes down to mind. We got Storm. We got Timber. What else?
Bristleback could be coming in as well. This is it's an MVP strat. Like, yeah, I mean, they're known for their IO Bristleback. So this could be one of the things coming out. Like, you put the IO with Velo, and you can keep off the light with Slaughter. Slaughter still gets pretty decent farm. Bristleback, very hard to kill. But this is where I worry, because when you pick an IO in response to Warlock, like Fatal Bonds, when you relocate in, Warlock's always going to get that off. So they'll take up the Timbersaw for themselves. All right.
Crackling is not fixed. Okay, I'm fixing it again. Maybe. All right. Wait, hold on, Hades.
No problem.
Give me give me like 1 moment of silence. I'm doing this next level thing for the chat right now.
All right.
Let's see. All right, guys, I'm fixing my mic. Is this fixed? It's fixed. Okay, there's no crackling. Okay, we're good. All right, sorry. Okay, we're good. Sorry for disrupting your thoughts. What do you got for us? Now that we get
okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, the Bristleback will be coupled with the IO. The usual MVP, the Kappa Pride combo. Timbersaw for Warriors Gaming, it should be a Timbersaw mid, unless they decide to switch things up with the Sand King mid.
So they also actually picked Timber into the Keeper, which is something that we brought up, and we're definitely going to see him actually struggle in the mid game. Lotus Orb or Yule Scepter is definitely going to be one of the items that he needs to kind of get relatively early.
I just thought of something as well. Like, you can not only do you have the global relocate, you also have the recall. So you have 2 ways to call like your cores in, and MVP have really strong like rat potential. And you look at Warriors Gaming, theirs is all about these 5v5 fights. You just look at the team fight. You have your Chaotic Offering, you have Epicenter, you have Magnetize. That's a lot of crowd control.
Yeah, the problem with that rat potential is that they don't actually have a good cure to rat, right? Slaughter as well as Bristleback, they don't clear creeps that quickly. Now, obviously, that could change very easily if MVP just picks up a single hero that could either hit buildings or clear creep waves very fast. Also, I think a lot of teams, when you see the IO being drafted, we focus a lot on relocate. There's a rear rat potential with a Shrek AoE removal. The other thing about this MVP team is that they play with Tether and Overcharge more so with the relocate of IO. Like, this team is all about tower diving, level 2, instead of the relocate plays. I'm sure we're going to see some relocate plays, but I think the IOs, we're going to see him shine for the first 5 minutes.
Kyo Leshrac. I think the last time I saw this was like last year. This goes back to when basically their roots, where this is the kind of draft which MVP Phoenix started out with, and back during the Leshrac meta, and that's where they kind of adopted a bit of this draft coming out against teams like TNC. So this is, I'm not sure how this will do with this new roster, but so far in the past it has worked out for them. But going up against Warriors Gaming Unity, I'm not sure Leshrac is the solution to the Timbersaw. Like, yes, he has the nuke. In theory, he has the nuke damage for Timbersaw, but now, oh my god, you add a Morphling to the situation. I don't really think they have like the damage to kill these 2 heroes.
Well, they definitely has a lot of mana for Q, right? Remember what I said about the battery with the Tether and Chakra? Leshrac is going to get filled up. But you're right. There's a lot of tank on the side of Warrior Gaming Unity, and there's a lot of burst damage as well. Leshrac being a lot of it, Timbersaw has a lot, and Sand King has a lot. So QO needs to have an explosive start. Somebody needs to buy a pipe on the team. Probably the Bristleback, right? And you just kind of go. But this is actually a very good hero to snowball off of Leshrac. Let's see how he's gonna do.
Well, the way MVP Phoenix like to do this, they will. Yeah, IO's gonna be basically stacking a lot for the Bristleback. He's gonna build into mech, and then he's gonna build into these very tanky items. We'll see whether he does decide to go for the pipe. But so far, whenever they do this, yeah, it's gonna be very MVP Phoenix. You know, Fabi's gonna be creating space. He should be getting a decent timing on the Blink Dagger, since he's going to the safe lane. And yeah, they should be also getting a pretty good ancient stack coming off the Bristleback. And WG.Unity do not have any ways to steal that stack, anyways. But I mean, laning wise, I think MVP do have a bit of an edge.
All right, sorry Hades, I can't tell if chat's trolling me or not, but I think my mic is not crackling. I never troll, believe me, it's crackling. I mean, I could literally cast with myself echoing so I can make sure I'm not crackling. So you can hear me twice. I think that's 2 more times than most people want to hear me, so. Do you know if I'm crackling? Can you hear crackling? I'll trust your judgment.
I think I do hear a bit of crackling, just at the very end, usually, at the end of your sentences.
Yeah, it should be either in the beginning or the end. I don't know why, like, what made this problem happen.
Is it your noise gate? I'm not sure. But, I mean, it could be a Skype issue as well.
No, it's definitely been happening before this series as well, but it seems like whenever I unplug my mic and replug it back in, it fixes it sometimes. So he adds even more gamble to this problem. All right, we got a draft, or we got a game on the way. We got Ryzen and Velo going up top. This is the standard MVP thing. We've seen it 1,000 times. Is this?
Have you seen the QO taunt?
I did not. That's a disco taunt.
Oh, that's so good, actually.
I mean, they call him the disco pony, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's actually a disco pony now. Is this new? I've never seen this before.
Exactly, I've never seen this before. I think this was like a compendium thing. What was it? I'm not sure, but this is really wow.
I guess it's
like
a new
already.
compendium, or the new compendium gave like 2 taunts or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just picked this so he could do this.
Oh my god, yeah, they're already breaking the trees with Ryzen and Velo. So so I'm just gonna stalk his profile a bit just to see whether he has a compendium.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he does, right? Guys, if the mic is still crackling, it's QO's fault with his disco. It's not me. Too much electricity in this game right now. Nana playing the Timbersaw. We got Afu playing Earth Spirit. Ajit on the Morphling. Nova on the... Hold on, dog, because we're going to see a fight in the river. Velo just dropping to half HP instantaneously. He's going to get chased away. Does he have Bristleback? No, he didn't get it. He got his nuke, and that means he's dead. Nana got himself the Whirling Death. Kyo just runs by, also wanting to feed. But he will survive through that. The rune went to Morphling and Slaughter, so they didn't even get the rune. Ajit off to a beautiful start.
He is. Wait, First Blood also went to Timbersaw, so that's a big start for the Timber and in the safe lane already. And I like how they put Ajit in the middle lane, so this way you get maximum levels, you get pretty much max everything against the Leshrac. And I mean, it's interesting as well how you see a Morphling lane against the Leshrac. We don't usually see that. But top lane, this is where things should get a bit spicy, especially between Nana and Velo.
Well, Burrow Strike is available. Are they going to go on Ryzen? No, they kind of hit him once. They ignore him. They want the Bristleback, and with Whirling Death should be a very easy kill. He's already stacking people up, but I think he's in a lot of trouble. There's nowhere for him to run. Silver Lining, nobody is on bottom, but I imagine we're going to start TPing some heroes down.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Kang is going to take the Sanking, and when he gets level 2, things are going to get very, very weird for Febby as well. Like the Caustic Finale, because, you know, he's a melee hero, Febby will not enjoy Caustic Finale as well.
Yep. The good thing for MVP in this lane is that they haven't laid down any wards to block off the MVP jungle, so they could start kind of pulling and zone the Sanking that way. But yeah, Sanking is going to have the slight advantage versus Febby here.
And there we go. You can look at Febby already down to below 50% HP. He's not going to have a good time, and Dubu doesn't have any heals for him like you would have, you know, on a Warlock. So, not looking good. Velo, he's going to have stacks from, you know, Ryzen. This is all they like to do. So, I think WG.Unity, they used to play a few scrims against MVP, so they should be used to playing against this Bristleback IO, at least how to play against, or like around it.
Yeah, and they're definitely preparing for that. They already dropped a ward on the Ancient spot, using one of the 2 precious early game wards to do just that. And yeah, they are at least slowing down Velo. And of course, the early game kills against Velo, 2 kills in a row against him, that will also slow him down. Because
bottom lane, looking at Kang, he's very, very low. They don't have any more spells for him though, but he does get out with 179 HP, and we'll just salve up.
Yep. Well, we'll get that self promptly cancelled, so maybe not doing that good. And you can see the mana leak, really, the mana leak nerf on Dubu definitely hurting him as, you know, it's pretty much out of mana at this point. You know, back a month or two, this is definitely not the case for a lot of Caudle play.
I know, I'm one of those players who were very hurt by that nerf. I love Caudle.
Yeah.
Mana leak. Yeah, I'm one of those cancer players who are maxed the mana leak just for the fun of it.
You should see player that used to like go mana leak and illuminate. Right now you do that, you drop your whole mana for that one combo and they just tango and laugh at you. Velo might be a little bit trouble here. Okay, Tether coming back in.
Yeah, he'll be okay. He has a bottle. So actually by this point, as Velo gets levels, it's going to be increasingly harder to kill him. And Io needs level 2 so that he can at least get the heals off. You can see he hasn't used his bottle charges yet because he hasn't lost any HP. And for those of you who don't really play Io, you need to have the HP loss from the overcharge so you can heal your teammate.
Yep. You could kind of go tank the neutrals for a bit if he really wants that, but he's going to get level 2 soon, so not a big deal. The problem with how the top lane started for MVP is that the Warrior Gaming supports are able to pick up Magic Stick and boots soon after. So a lot of this kind of snowballing effect of this dual lane top is not going to be happening this game. So, and I think MVP was somewhat counting on that, honestly. Velo might be in a little bit of trouble as well. No, he's going to run away. And he will be getting that critical level 3 like you mentioned.
I just like what X Nova is doing. Like he's stopping Velo from getting the hard camp pull to the side so that the equilibrium is always in their favor. And this way, Nana gets actually quite a lot of levels very easy. He's already level 5. He's still holding those skill points to see what he's going to do next. And MVP have pretty much given up on trying to stack the Ancients. They've avoided that area for now.
Yep.
And I mean, actually this middle lane, we haven't talked about this much. Ajit, and he's getting really, really good farm.
Yeah, he is. And the mid Leshrac, despite him taunting, has been nerfed on the mid lane. The lightning bounces has not has been nerfed, right? And that's why we don't see mid Leshrac anymore. In fact, he hasn't even put a single point into it. And that's why with the higher base damage of the Morphling, he's just overtaking the Lesh. This build is very good for killing when supports are coming in for ganks, and then transitioning into a tower push. But even that, against a Morphling with the ability to Strength Morph, I don't think he's actually going to find kills. So you and I are still confused as to what this Leshrac is able to do in this game. Hopefully we'll get our answer soon, because I don't think QO could kind of sit here and farm all day. You much rather have a Morphling that's farming instead of a Lesh.
Well, actually, they do get the Earth Spread kill onto the IO, so that's good. And actually, regarding this IO Bristleback with the Leshrac, like I did when Forever was still an MVP, I did talk to him about this, like why concentrate so much on Leshrac. It's just what they like to do. So they will start grouping up once Velo gets a mech. But in this case, where they've locked him down really hard, and right now they're going onto him here, do they have a Shadow Word, that Whirling Blade doing so much damage to Velo, but of course, on the spike charges coming out, Nana could actually go down here to Velo.
Uh-oh. One more. Well, Whirling Blade doing a lot of damage, but he's being healed up, overcharged, providing quite a bit of regen as well, and now they're going to turn things around, maybe going for a secondary kill. He is somewhat slowed down. They're going to get the tether movement speed and look for maybe a tower dive. Relo, unable to find anybody. Warlock is under the tower right now, but a pretty hard dive. Meanwhile, on the bottom side simultaneously, looks like MVP able to strike again, finding a kill on Sand King this time around, and Slaughter looks like he is going to be working on a Vanguard.
Yeah, so once Velo gets a mech, I'm not sure how quickly he's going to get a mech actually at this rate, because they're really used to getting these ancient stacks. Like very few teams would just block this out. In this case, they don't really have a good way of securing stacks. And actually, Leshrac getting a kill into Afu in the jungle. Looks like the taunt. The
electric pony chased him across the map, able to set up a kill. And the one thing that Leshrac still has going for him is that he's quite fast. Base movement speed waste. Rising up top, gonna feed a kill here to Nana. Now that's the one interaction we haven't really talked about, but Io, very low HP hero, strength hero.
And they go for the road, they get the kick onto Kyo. TP help is gonna come in, but Kyo pops the Fairy Fire, will be still alive. Now gonna use his ult, trying to get whatever damage he can to Afu. They could try for a turnaround here, and Afu should be going down. Ajit still has a waveform in a bit, but probably won't commit to this.
He could have waited for the kill, but I guess Ajit valuing his own life more than taking Leshrac's, and okay. Definitely could have got the kill. Maybe would have lived too. Maybe. Well, yeah, probably with Io putting in, he's probably dead. And now we're going to see that wave being pushed in, and Kyo with his 3 points into Diabolic Edict. It'll be trying to take down tower 2. Kang's going to come in, but he's very low in HP. Barrel Strike will hit. Velo dropping low. Earthsplitter will go on to 2 heroes. Just dropping pretty low, and here comes that Chakram. Gonna get the kill. And that shall be it.
Almost killing off Ajit.
Febby getting ported in. Not sure if Febby wanted to be ported in. He's like, hey man, I got the free farm on the safe lane. And
yeah, he's really close to a blink.
Yeah. So that's the very interesting thing. He has a ring of health, casual ring of health. And I think Nana will be fine. Normally when you see safe lane Slardars going for items, you're much more accustomed to seeing armlet. I wonder why he's gone for, you know, the Vanguard start. Obviously the Vanguard much better as a laning item. But
or it actually just could be a ring of health first.
Just a casual one, yeah.
Yeah, he can keep it first, and then he can build into Hood Defiance later on. But at first, he's going for the Blink Rush because that's what he needs so that he can start the fight for his team.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see right here, bottom lane, they're going to put the pressure in it now as Ajit and Afu could just walk into him. Baby.
Okay, stun is available. Oh, and Crush!
He blocks it with the Crush!
And that should be a kill, but I say that Sand King's gonna come in. Febby now suddenly wishes he has a hood. Will sprint himself out, but the waveform will take him down. Kang looking for a little bit more here. Out of mana is Jubu. He doesn't have that teleport, but he is moving very fast.
No lane. Nana almost dead. Actually, will die to the Leshrac.
And they will take the tower off the Diabolical Edict. So we were questioning what Kyo is gonna do. I guess he just needed a couple more levels, and he is rolling people down right now. Already got the point booster, and he's coming to the bottom lane. He's gonna walk through a couple of dire wards. Let's see if he's gonna get bursted down. I think Io is a person that you want to burst down. Kang, in a lot of trouble, and the Disco Pony. Oh, what a suicide!
Ooh,
nice.
That actually happened. Oh my god. Okay, that was really, really clutch. I didn't think that he would get the suicide. I'm pretty sure Kang was like, what was going on through his mind is like, okay, I totally regret my decision right now. He could have tried for Ryzen, but you can see just the power of an IO.
Yeah. Kyo, I think, could have actually prevented that if he kept toggling his ult on and off. Oh, hold on, thought. I'll explain that mechanic later. As Rockets drop up top, looks like Nova will save himself. In fact, they might turn things around against Febby. He is shadow worded up, so this will be a very important kill. Febby very close to his blink, and well, he'll be feeding a little bit more to Nana. Meanwhile, simultaneously, Q on the bottom lane, looking to pressure tower. Do you know about the Pulse Nova trick with the Leshrac?
Yeah, getting the extra damage up like quicker, right? Something like that?
Yeah, so if you turn it on and off, it wastes way more mana than just leaving it on. But basically allows you to pulse much more frequently. And I think if he did that there, at least on the very last few ticks versus the Sand King, maybe he wouldn't have gotten a kill. But, I mean, from his perspective, he's like, okay, Sand King's dead. I don't need to do anything crazy. But that neutral deny was great.
It was. And alright, so this is where they start to pick up a bit more momentum. They relocate to the top, finding X Nova, very tasty kill, and they will get the chaotic offering as well. So Febby, alright, he's pretty much been stuck between the 1.6 to 1.8k mark. Like okay, now the relocate is gonna expire.
Well,
but look, you can see the link. Like the Fatal Bond's damage, what it can do. You can almost kill Ryzen actually.
The key thing is they have the mech available. Velo, can he actually pop it? No! Just the burst! Nice mech, bro. Febby's gonna get rolled on as well. He does get off the crush, but here comes the Timbersaw man. Febby taking quite a bit of damage. Jubu, nice blinding light pushing everybody back. And I think that will be it. Man, the magic damage, the Burrow Strike. I think the Fatal Bond was still on the heroes, and then the waveform.
Yeah, I don't think they should have thought that because they pretty much killed the IO just by like being forced to fight. So I was looking at the IO while you casting that, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna die very, very slowly. So he just stood there. He just accepted his fate. He was like, I'm done. I'm going to the fountain.
Yeah, and not the good way either. Who's gonna build a pipe? I mean, you talked about the possibility of Slaughter maybe building pipe later, but I feel like they need one ASAP. I guess Velo is gonna be working towards it faster.
Yeah, it could be Velo as well, but usually by this point, you want to get like an AC, a Sanj, and Yasha, these kind of damage items. Because whenever MVP.Phoenix run this Bristleback IO strat, the Bristleback is the carry, like he gets all the damage. Yep. Or rather, he's the one who will be dealing the damage output.
Well, we do see Keeper of Light continue to stack for the team, and Velo maybe could rush towards an item, whatever that may be a little bit later on. And you're right, MVP, once they do get the mech and the Leshrac going, they just 5-man. Well, at least for now, they get the one tower. Perhaps looking for maybe a tier. All the tier 1s are down, so maybe they're gonna start looking for a tier 2. I don't think they're strong enough to just frontal push like this.
Actually, they can. Like MVP, what they have with the mech, as long as they have the mech, they can just go for these fights very, very easily. They can force tower pushes and WG.Unity. Because Sanking doesn't have a blink dagger yet, like he's decently close. He's really close, like 500 more gold. So this is where it's all about hitting timings. You can see right now, Febby, Blink, and Smoke. Right now, they're going to go straight for it. They even get the call in. What are you going to call? Oh, hold on, Nana.
Oh, well.
Find the old man, calling Kyo to his death as well.
They have the rock, and they will drop it right now.
Offering.
Yep.
Dead.
Well, we do have Velo in the fight, and he has mech, but nobody to mech. Meanwhile, Febby being chased down by 3 heroes. Wait for him forward. Kang's gonna have Burrow Strike, but he's, I think, slightly out of range. No, it doesn't matter. It's not necessary. So, 3 dead. Very unfortunate timing. Doobie calls in a secondary kill. But looks like we did have some sort of relocate play. No, they relocate into the fight, and now they're out on the top lane.
They tried to go, but X-Nova was juking them around the trees. He had to shadow it around. And now with the chaotic offering, they will just secure themselves a tier 1 bottom. It's just really bad timing. Like Coddle, you could see what they wanted to do, what they wanted to accomplish, but WG.Unity just happened to have the whole team there.
Yep. And that fight gave Sanking Blink Dagger, so I think we're going to see even more of that. I mean, you talked about the 5-man capability of MVP. I think it's good against most lineups. I'm just not sure how they're going to actually do against the Warlock. And like you said, now with the Blink Sanking, I just don't think they can actually 5-man until they get a pipe.
Yeah, I could see why you said that, because the pipe is going to help them, but that would just mean you're just ever more so reliant on QO for damage output, which they are hard pressed for damage right now.
Oh. Ryzen, in fact, is done, and he is dead.
Yeah, he just debuted that Blink Dagger as well. He just got it.
Speaking of Blink, Febby finally has his. It feels like all he's been doing this game is just getting pummeled upon. He is 0-3. And hopefully for MVP Phoenix, again, they're facing elimination here. If they lose this game, they will be out of the Summit 6 C qualifiers. I think a lot of fans would be pretty sad if the Korean overlords would not attend the LAN event at LA, but we shall see. They got a long road ahead of them, even if they win this game.
Well, okay, for now, I'm just looking at the item progression for both these teams. And Morphling, he's still trying to build his way towards a Lincoln Sphere. And they like I said, they have a lot of nuke. But when it comes to survivability, they don't really excel at that. MVP can out-sustain them if they go for prolonged fights. So right now, if you look at MVP, still not sure what Slaughter wants to go for. He's stacking for Velo. Velo going for threats, which means he's not going to go for anything like a Greaves. He's not the utility bristleback. So in this case, he should be building into an AC or Sanjay Yashin next. So when you look at Leshrac, QO going to get his Bloodstone pretty soon, I think, within the next 3 minutes. So maybe after those items, then we'll see them start to push for the tier 2s or even a Roshan.
Alright, looks like we're back. The one other item I want to point out is that the fact that Nana has actually gone for the hood first. This is a common trend that we see more and more nowadays, where instead of going for the Bloodstone, which is really the more farm-oriented build that you used to see, the hood, very important pickup against Leshrac, especially against this lineup who looks to win those initial fights and then push towers off of it. QO swings around. Not going to find anybody, and I think that's actually good for him because he's actually quite swishy despite having a soul booster. His armor value quite low at this stage of the game.
QO trying to scare him away, saying, nope, don't get the ward, but the sentry is there anyway, so they still have a bit of time on it left. 3 minutes over to try and de-ward it later on.
They need to bring the courier over though, because the vision of the ward has already been lost, and they fly over. Warlock, 2 more hit. All right, the most kind of pressured the ward you could get. Like, you don't know if there's heroes on the other side waiting for you. Looks like we're gonna slow back down to a very farm-oriented lineup, and that's gotta favor Warrior Gaming Unity, right? They're working with the Morphling. I mean, he's already got Lincoln Sphere, and honestly, a lot of these heroes on the Warrior Gaming side could scale extremely well into the late game if they have the farm to back it up.
Exactly, but MVP, they also scale pretty decently themselves. Like a fat Bristleback and a Leshrac, I mean, Leshrac is super tanky. You know, his damage output, like the way he can distribute it around to WG.Unity, it's gonna be really, really strong.
Yep.
But I'm not sure how he's gonna hold up against a Morphling late game, because Morphling, I would say the best hero between the two drafts if they drag this out late. And now they'll try to just group up, try and take the tier 1 a bit, and we'll see whether MVP, they will decide to contest this. Kyo is not with them, and no mana as well. Very little mana.
Yeah. I mean, Dobu could call him in and gives him some mana. They do have that tether thing going on, right? Well, actually, Dobu had Chakra himself, so maybe the next Chakra magic I'm gonna see it on Ryzen.
Oh, now they're here.
Yeah. Right? Warrior Gaming is still kind of hanging around here. It's gonna be somewhat harsh to push. Okay. Well, like you said, Velo turning his back around. And it looks like he is going to be going for the pipe. Does have the Ring of Health at the ready. Well, the hood is going to be done after this.
Yeah, unless it's like a Vanguard into like a Crimson Guard or something. But maybe it could be the pipe as well. Or Febby, yeah, I think Febby's going to build into the Vanguard, so you do end up seeing the pipe on the Bristleback.
No, double Vanguard? No, he buys a Vanguard as well.
Alright, so it could be an Abyssal Blade or Crimson Guard. Either ways, it makes him very, very tanky.
I mean, I just don't think there's that much physical damage on the side of Warrior Gaming Unity. Like, apart from the Morphling, who's going to be punching you for a lot more than what a Vanguard could block. Where is actually the physical damage? I'm not sure whether I agree with this item choice. I mean, the HP is nice. But,
it is, but if he does decide to build into the Abyssal Blade, like, at least it helps him out with some... You know, some physical DPS output coming up for Velo. It's great lockdown as well, which is something they severely lack.
Febby?
Besides, like, mana leak and crush.
Going forward, missing the crush. But honestly, even if they hit the crush, I'm not sure if they would have won that team fight that came after it. Kyo finds himself a stack, though. Disco! Alright, actually, the wolves ran the other way, so this one awkward for him. Stealing a stack, not bad for them. And the Warrior Gaming Unity side, despite having multiple Blink Daggers and a lot of AoE, somewhat afraid. They don't want MVP to be getting the jump. And the 5-man continues.
This game's still very fragile. It's basically back to a very similar situation like in game 1, where both teams, they have all their items, they are ready to fight, but they know that if they don't get the right jump, they lose the fight, they lose the advantage, and it will cost them objectives.
Well,
so
Burrow Strike to start the fight. Febby in a lot of trouble. He's fine. Never mind. Okay, the mech's gonna come through. Binding Light doing a lot of work, but here comes the Inferno. Waving forward as Ajit, and now he's going for Ryzen. Ryzen gonna get blown up as well. Velo trying his best to chase down a couple of heroes. Meanwhile, Q on the other side of the fight, he's gonna get bursted down regardless. MVP unable to get any kills. We do have a buyback. Do we have to relocate in? That's the question. Or at least a recall in. Dubu, is he bringing in? Yes, looks like Febby has brought in yet to another feed. MVP just on a train wreck right now. Get me off of this train, please. Okay, looking for more. Yep, he is also going to be dead. Burrow Strike's going to find him. I do believe another hero has been called in. That is Qo. Qo's in there again. Disco Pony going to work, but I don't know about this. Ryzen giving him a little bit more juice to work with, but that's not the target that you can kill. Burrow Strike coming in. Ryzen will die before he relocates back out. I say that though, it looks like he's fine. Kyo gets 1 kill, and they get out. Look, that team fight, or at least that second half team fight went much better than expected. I thought both Kyo and Ryzen were gonna die there.
But WG.Unity definitely got the better of that fight. It was a 4-1 trade. Double deaths on Febby as he died back. He bought back just to go back in. And I want to point out, like, Earthspray Afu had a really good kick. He stopped Velo, and at the same time, it landed to Kyo, which cost Kyo his death. So that double kick really paying off, and the Fatal Bonds landed to 4 heroes, which meant that the amount of damage coming out was insane as the epicenter, everything was being thrown out. So all these very squishy heroes like Coddle, Io, pretty much, except the Coddle, yeah, they were all just deleted in the fight.
Yeah, I'm glad that Warrior Gaming Unity focused on the IO first, because honestly, IO is really what's tying this draft together, right? Allowing Velo to move fast, giving Kyo that overcharge so he could, you know, not die. But IO himself, extremely squishy, and good to see Sanking. Like, if he wants to kind of initiate on any one hero, IO is that hero every single time. Well, MVP is going to try to force Roshan. Thankfully, Warrior Gaming Unity does not have vision around it, and they take it down very fast. Nasal Goo, amplify damage, and of course Q with that Diabolic Edict. I think Warrior Gaming is completely surprised by this.
It's very risky, but even then, WG.Unity, Warriors Gaming, they're way too far ahead. Like, every time, as long as the spells are off cooldown, they take a team fight, they can still win. Like, we just saw mvp.Phoenix. This is just them. Typical, they want to throw their bodies at Warriors Gaming, and now they will try for a crush into Ajit. The crush is there, they break the Lincolns, but with all the strength morph coming out, Ajit is just going to replicate out and he will be a-okay. Now they will try for a smoke gank, the counter initiation coming up from Warriors Gaming. Guru flying across the map.
Yeah, they don't have Leshrac right now, but they obviously have Carlo to recall him back in. And they might need to recall him back in pretty much now. Dubu in a very awkward spot. He's going to get recalled right now, but Afu's already in there. In fact, that might work out here for MVP. No, he dies, so recall does not come through. The rock's going to fly down. Velo in a lot of trouble, but in further trouble is Febby, who dies yet once again. He goes for X Nova. But okay, the goo gets bouncing back, slowing down him a little bit. Velo still going hard for the kill. He will get it. Mio on the back line. Looks like Ryzen has brought down. So Velo popping the mech for himself, but he's also going to go down. He almost brought Nana down, but it's not going to be enough. The electrical pony, unable to join the fight. Instead, will be going to top lane. Uh-oh. I think he might be dead here. At least his Aegis.
Oh, maybe not. Diabolic Edict. Tries for the stun, misses it just barely, but the kick coming up from Afu, and the Chakram should cut down Kyo.
He's got Yos? He's gonna Yos himself?
Chops. Oh, no. That'll be the Aegis down. Yep, that'll be Mother Chops for everyone. And that'll be the, pony down.
Yos?
So try. Kyo, epicenter, everything being thrown out. Kyo will be demolished by the whole of Warriors Gaming.
Well, I am not sure what you could do in this spot. I think even if they lost that teamfight bottom, it's still like a 4-for-1 trade, and if the Leshrac didn't die there, you could say to yourself, look, we still have Aegis for the next fight. But Kyo getting caught on the way out split pushing is not really what they had in mind. Yeah. I don't know.
Game is just hard for them right now. You look at Ryzen, he tried to get the relocate out to save Velo, but it was immediately cancelled. Warriors Gaming nicely done to identify that Fabius in the trees. So you saw, you just looked at how Kang just went straight into the side shop area so that he could look for the Slaughter, get the stun onto him. So there was never a crush. Amplified damage was never thrown out, and there was just Warriors Gaming. They all knew what they needed to do. So really, really good play from them. Once again, outplaying MVP.
Yep. I'm still gonna go back to my point about having a pipe, man. I'm sure it would have been mightily useful.
Come on. Lumi is right. Come on, MVP. He needs to farm at the pipe. We'll see whether they have the time. They have a pretty big stack here. Is it double dragons and a big skull? Yeah. So they get a triple stack for Velo.
Yeah, but it looks like
built into a BKB though.
Which makes sense, I think, just for survivability in itself, and the fact that he can't be locked down. I mean, like you said, it's Leshrac in this team that's doing damage, and Velo that's doing damage. So him having the ability to keep on trucking is very important. Meanwhile, Slaughter has finished a Vanguard as well. Can somebody tell me why this item is good in this game? Okay, you can't say it's Abyssal Blade because, you know, Febby won't be able to bash her.
I can't.
So
I said Abyssal Blade on Bristleback, and it will be a Crimson Guard on Febby.
Okay. Crimson? I mean, again, is Crimson doing a lot this game? I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Mid lane?
They're going to jump a Velo. Middle lane, everyone, they get the kick, they get the burrow strike, they get everything, and now the chaotic offering as well. They want to kill the Bristleback.
And they will!
Oh no, he misses up the relocate.
Yeah, Ryzen just left! What happened? The bus is gone, and now Ryzen's back in this fight, but they are dropping pretty low. Kyo in the middle of everything. Does he have use for himself? He does. They need a little bit more backup. Burrow strike will hit, and Kyo will die? Question mark, Glimmer Cape? Not gonna be enough. Febby now needs to run. Well, that will be the end of that fight. The question is, how many more will MVP lose on the way out? Febby saving himself a little bit. Dubu getting gone on. And that rock, just so good at zoning out these squishy supports. Febby dropping very low on the left side. Gets off a two-man crush. They get Afu. Okay, that's one kill. In fact, he will be fine. And keep in mind, the respawn time of these heroes are quite low. So Febby, Kyo as well as Velo will be back quite soon. The question is whether they could keep people around. And I don't think they can.
Loader Soul. Oh my god, that mana leak. Yeah, MVP, they really wanted to fight again, and they will not be able to find anyone. They're just looking at the Timbersaw illusion. And just once again, a good fight from WG.Unity. Very unfortunate. We both saw the relocate, like Ryzen, he kind of messed that one up, so couldn't save Velo. Just very, very sad as everything which can go wrong is going wrong for MVP.
Yeah. Shotgun.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ajit. Can he kill Kyo?
Maybe not with Nana here. He's strength morphing right now, but they really need that amplified damage. Of course, we have Lotus Orb kind of helping out and taking off. Ryzen coming through. Ajit, Earth Splitter, second one. That is going to hit Febby. Crush. I mean, it's getting close. Wait for him to the right side. They still have vision on him, and Velo there kind of sealed the deal. And that's a big kill. Wicked 6 streak for a 700 gold kill on Velo. And he will have BKB after this, or at least very soon.
Yeah, he wasn't getting away because he didn't have a TP as well. It was still on cooldown for a good 15 seconds. So nicely done for MVP. They find themselves a bit of respite as they find themselves a really tasty kill. So looking at IO, okay, the Glimmer Cape, I would have thought, I actually considered that Ryzen could have tried to build into a pipe. But this case looks like, I don't think they're listening to you, Lumi. No one's going for a pipe. No one's getting close to a pipe.
Well, Glimmer Cape is definitely very good. I mean, it's in the same nature as the pipe, right? But especially against a Morphling who more so excels in single target damage now than, you know, AoE bursts. The Glimmer is definitely very good there. Keeper of Light, I imagine he will need a cloak as well, just to survive a combination. He has recently picked up Infused Raindrops just to have a chance to survive that combo. I mean, I guess that will help, but not a permanent solution.
He's so under leveled right now. Do they have Tomes of Knowledge left? Yes, they do. They have one, but not sure what that extra level can do if they illuminate anyways. So he won't commit for it yet. Could have. This is just a really hard game for them right now, because Unity are just running to their faces. All the spells are going through, and there's nothing which MVP can do. They just have too little control in these fights because their draft just excels mostly around prolonged fights. It's not about these head-on fights like the way WG.Unity really excels in.
I mean, I think a lot of people will look at the Febby score and be like, you know, he's a safe lane carry. Why is he doing so poorly? I think it's more so the job that he has to perform for the team, right? Like, he's really the only disable for the team, and he has to put himself as the initiator. And if he survives that initiation, he has to come back in and reinitiate again. And honestly, he has to keep initiating till they win the team fight or till he dies. It's just not a very good position for your slaughter to be in. And you know, perhaps that explains the Vanguard. Just give him that extra HP, that extra regen to go through, even though Vanguard might not be the best item this game. MVP will continue the 4-5 man up top. This time they're doing it without the Slaughter though, so if a fight breaks out, I guess they can recall him in. We shall see. Okay,
View smoke from the side. They'll go Burst Strike, catching onto Kyo. They laid on the Chaotic Offering, going on to 2 heroes actually. Now pop the BKB, relocate out. Nicely done from Ryzen this time. But Velo, he's going ham. He wants to go all the way forward. He goes with the Nasal Goo. Oh my god, Velo. Can he actually kill anyone here? He's not killing anyone. But he does shotgun to keep up the light though.
He is zoning everybody out, and that means they could actually go for a Jit in the beginning of the fight. Nicely done here. And now it's going to be MVP. This is what they want to happen. Run at people and hopefully run them down. Nana's dropping pretty low, but he's actually getting a lot of regen. Kiro's actually going to go down. A lot of his damage being reflected back by the Lotus Orb. And now Velo, he's the only one man alive, at least in the front line. He's dropping very low. He gets one kill. The Crush is going to come through. Velo's got a ton of regen. Maybe he'll survive this, but he gets yelled up. Burrow Strike is going to be there. And despite that team fight starting off okay for MVP, it still ends up a dire advantage as they win that 3-2. I mean, Velo ran in, zoned everybody out, and so did Morphling for the other team, but they were able to kill Morphling. I thought after that, QO would, you know, kind of run over the team, but he's still way too squishy. He's went for a Blink Dagger. Now this I can't agree with. What's your thought on the blink on the Leshrac?
Well, he needs to position himself a bit more, especially to dodge, and he needs to get to the backlines as well. He needs to kill the supports like the Earth Spirit, the Warlock, at least some of the easier to kill heroes. And even then, he's really lacking on like survivability. He's not able to frontline like the Bristleback. He needs a BKB or something tanky like a Shiva's Guard or maybe an Octarine Core. So this is where you can start to see MVP. Their draft, not able to kill anyone. Maybe they can like commit everything onto one hero, but they will not be able to kill the rest. Like we just saw Velo going all the way in. He's just a distraction at this point for WG.Unity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he also hits really hard, as he does have the Basher now and is working towards that Abyssal. I mean, I guess it's not fair to say QO shouldn't be going Blink, especially the way that he was in that team fight. He was just on the front line, so Blink wasn't that useful there. But I hear you. Like, if he actually could Blink to the back line in conjunction with Velo and just kind of start chopping up these supports. But I think the time and place for a Blink Dagger has long passed, right? Because even if you get to the back line, even the supports like the Earth Spirit and the Warlock, they have enough HP to survive quite a bit of time for the Morphling as well as the Sand King to come through. Febby going hard in. The stun did not hit him. The Burrow Strike, however, will.
Disaster.
Uh-oh. Febby dropping pretty low. The Shotgun Dubu again deleted for the 3rd time in a row. The question is, where is the Electric Pony? He's in the middle of the fight. He gets nice Warlocked. Oh, but look at the AoE damage! Alright. I'm pretty sure that Blink is not the item, but Velo gonna go in. His BKB's doing some work. Okay, Slaughter's doing some work as well. 3 for 2 exchange so far. They prevented from Roche from happening. Burrow Strike will come through and Morphling re-engages Febby. Quite in a lot of trouble. Vanguard keeping him alive. Okay. Ajit now being focused. In fact, the Morphling Ajit is getting out right-clicked by Velo, at least at this point in the game. Buybacks are coming out. Double buybacks are coming out. And now Kyo back in the fight with that Blink Dagger. Kangaroo dropping quite low. He's going left. He's going right. He's going south. Can they find him? They don't. The double buyback not working out. They need to get Roche. They need to get Aegis and Kyo. And they're rushing there right now.
These two heroes, they need to take it on ASAP. But Timbersaw is already well on his way. He knows the plan, and Nana's basically just rushing all the way there, chopping down whatever he can in his path. And they need to make sure that MVP don't get the Roche. If MVP don't get the Roche, this would be really, really sad for them. Chakum coming out, and okay, they do get it.
Okay.
But Nana's gonna try and burn something. Really? Nah, he won't commit.
Kyo roll to 0 Bloodstone charge. Will stop himself short at 2. And with the Aegis, he should be able to get a couple more. I really think he needs BKB. I then think he needs some sort of armor item, as this Morphling is starting to right-click for a decent amount. So BKB, Shivas, I guess is the game plan, but this is Kyo. Would not surprise me if he started upgrading Dagon. He is a madman.
Yeah, this is him just being innovative with his itemization. Like, they have to itemize according to what each needs to do. But enemy Burrow Strike from the back going to kill, immediately destroyed. There was an Aegis only for 1 second, and now Ryzen tried for the relocate out, unfortunately wasted. So there is no relocate, no safety option. And meanwhile, below the backline, the Shrek to do kill Afu. Kyo getting crushed. The stun onto Nana. 4 staff forward. Can they kill the Timbersaw? Burrow Strike landing to 2-man, and actually, do they have enough? MVP actually winning this fight, but just barely. The Fatal Bonds are actually proving too much for them.
Yeah, I mean, they won that team fight because of the Aegis. I mean, you call it a one team fight, they got 1 kill. And Velo's going for the tower. And it's actually, hold that thought here, as Kyo in a lot of trouble. Shotgun coming back off cooldown. Yule's being used defensively. They're healing him back up right now. He blinks away. Nicely done, but he's stuck in the trees. Okay, the tree gets destroyed. Velo in the front line. He doesn't have the BKB anymore, but mech is available. MVP kind of reset, re-engage Dubu. Won't die to Morphling once again. Shotgun gonna brought him down. And now re-engage. Okay, Kyo now bursting a lot of damage on Kang. Nana's taking quite a bit as well. They get 2 kill. And Kyo all of a sudden on a killing spree. They are somewhat slowed down. They see Ajit. Are they actually gonna get killed? Yule's gonna set him up in the air. Blink stun and Ajit saying ah shit as he's gonna go down. MVP on a triple kill. Sorry I ever doubted you, QO. Is this a comeback? They're down by like 18 kills. Or is it 28 kills? I can't do math, but a lot of kills. But they are actually winning the fights. The goal graph is only like a 1,000 goalie, 2,000 goalie for Warrior. What's happening right now?
You didn't fail math. Yeah, you're right. They're down by 18 kills.
Okay.
So, MVP, yeah, they can actually take towers really quickly as well. They actually may be able to force back the buyout from the Morphling. That was a really big kill. The double crush from Febby.
Well, we better see that buyback right now, or that tower is going to be going down to Diabolic Edict quite soon. QO did not get linked up, and that's key, but Febby did. Febby's like, no, not like this. Febby, under the tower. Oh, he's going to survive. They still have mech available, right? Below. Yeah, they pop that mech for the team, please. Mech's going to fly out, but oh my god, the combination, and QO all of a sudden down to about half HP. They need a back. He heals himself up. Can he blink? No, he can't. Still cooldown. And ooh, relocate defensively. He is out of there. Knowing MVP, they will probably bring him back, but I really hope they don't. Dubu will try to survive as long as possible. Maybe they are going to bring him back. That's the question. He's running towards the relocate. Is Kyo back in this? You betcha that he is. He's seeing it. He sees Nana. Nana will get himself hell out of here. And now Velo's on the chase. First hit bash, because that's how we play Dota. Sun will come through, and Kyo will get the kill on Nana as well. Epicenter will come back in. Waveform coming in as well. Velo popping his BKB, and now he's man fighting against Kang. Kang dropping very low, very fast, but they don't have detection anymore. Velo now running on the left, and an Electric Pony on the right side. Sees Apu. Look at the AoE damage from the Disco Pony. He's burning everybody low. He will get one kill. Shotgun dropping him somewhat low. He yields his cooling down at 8. Can he survive 8? I don't think he can. It looks like he will die. Kang barely surviving that team fight. MVP will die. Well, they did press very hard, and they did have a very valiant fight, but almost 2 lives of Keel was not enough.
4 for 3 trade. Okay, they did beat the Aegis, so that was a 5 for 3. Nice relocate coming off Horizon, and just that huge epicenter Kang getting constant great barrel strikes onto at least multiple targets every single fight. And Nana was just cleaning up shop, but because of the buyback, he doesn't. Yeah, so he does. You know, his economy's been hurt very, very badly right now. And net worth wise, Bristleback is actually all the way on top. You can see that Abyssal Blade putting in so much work. He's just such a tank right now, and with the AC up, I actually see that MVP can win this. We might even see a game 3 soon, Lumi.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked me 10 minutes ago, seeing the score, you know, they were down so many, I would have said no, but yeah, I have some hope now. Kang looks like Jules, but that was a bait. Oh, maybe not, because relocate didn't bring a friend. Is this a defensive relocate back out? 5 more seconds, they need a bait. Tether, and they are home. Okay. That is some saving tactics. Okay. I mean, Kyo is about to go full disco, right? Once he gets Octarine. So I keep saying he needs to go defensive items, but this is Kyo. He says no. I'm gonna go more damage. I guess Octarine doubles as a defensive item, as it does give you that spell steal regen.
Lifesteal, man. Lifesteal. It's all about the lifesteal. And extra stats as well. Extra HP, extra mana. He's going to do more damage. And at the same time, he's going to be so much more tankier. And WG.Unity as it is, like once you throw all your spells out, MVP, once they face the first wave of attacks, they pretty much are able to go ham, man, like you see on Velo. So, you can see the strengths of MVP's draft. Oh, try for a barrel strike. He may have just messed up. Velo, they get the double stuns up, but Morphling shotguns IO. So these poor supports constantly getting sniped out by Ajit.
Yeah, needs to get some hood. Ajit does have his ult out, and he will use it pretty much immediately. And he's home.
He's gonna BOT back in. I think they want to fight. Yeah, he's gonna BOT back in. If they find the Coddle Mana Leak hero, looks up near Velo's not gonna pop the BKB. He's gonna go trying to go for Nana. And look at Apu zipping all the way in. They find the stun onto Nana. Now he comes chaotic up on the 3 heroes. Can they get a Fatal Bonds? Yep, they will. But the Magnifiers, do they have enough damage? No, Pangu will not find the stun. No mana. Warlock will find a kill. And now Ajit gonna start racking on Velo. But this very, very tanky Bristleback Tickling game maybe.
I don't know if he could tank all of this though, because Morphling Shotgun is already reloaded, or pretty much soon. Velo dropping a half HP, a quarter HP. He's gaining a lot back. I mean, he's tanky, but I think they're going to be able to chase him down, especially with Nana using Whirling Death. Yeah, he finally goes down. Double kill on the Morphling. Dobu, the only one surviving. Guess what? There's an illusion following Dobu. Not like this. Are we going to see the Morphling coming in? You betcha. Shotgun reloaded. Bang. Triple kill on Ajit. This time he will not BOT home, but joining the creep wave. That game 3, is it coming? I don't know, because Warrior Gaming flexes their muscle against this. Dude, you still don't have pipe, and we have Epicenter.
Oh, it's the caster's curse, Lumi. It's the caster's curse.
Man, look at the goal graph. It's just swinging back and forth. And now we're going to see how well MVP could defend their high ground. And despite having Bloodstone, Leshrac has 3 charge in it, and he is not responding.
They have no buybacks.
Yeah, they don't.
No buybacks in Slaughter. No buybacks in Slaughter. No buybacks on Bristleback. This is really, really huge for WG.Unity. They can actually take this lane of Rax.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Burrow Strike finding Kyo. If Kyo dies here, I don't know. Shotgun, and that he's further and further away from Octarine. No, he will have buyback, but if he buys back now, you might hold your Rax. You might hold the... Actually, no, the Rax is gone regardless whether he buys back.
Yeah, they still have tier 2s, but they can take it down very easily.
Yeah.
So they should be able to bait out at least Kyo's buyback, because they're going to start... If not, it'll be 2 lanes of Rax.
Well, maybe Velo could hold. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But if they fight, they have to win the fight convincingly if they are to go for the next objective. They can't just narrowly win this, and they need Kuro.
Alright, Fabi's gonna get Burrow Strike. He's linked up with Velo. BKB is on Velo right now, and he's looking to man fight. Actually, Fabi being kept alive thanks to the IO. In fact, they do get One kill, and they're chasing the other, and now Qo buys back. He sends blood in the water. Ajit, though, still bursting people down left and right. He gets the one kill. They do lose the Timbersaw on the way out, so 2 for 3, 2 for 2 with the buyback involved. They need to get a couple more. Like you said, they need to win a very decisive fight.
Epicenter.
And coming back in. Oh, nicely done by Qo. Now he goes the other way, but there's no way they could actually kill him, right? He's got Burrow Strike, right? He forced staff out, Yule Scepter, and he is able to gonna make it home. Meanwhile, on the back line here, Qo's dead. Or sorry, not Qo's dead. The Io's dead. Oh, blinking on the right side is Qo, but the Burrow Strike will hit him, and they're chasing Qo. Like white on rice, they want to keep sticking on him, but meanwhile Kang being slowed down as well. There's the Abyssal, they do get the one kill. Qo nicely dodged here, he needs to blink away. It is on cooldown, but the shotgun's gonna be there, and shit, look at the damage output from this Morphling. Velo himself against the world. Dobu is alive, he needs to come in and start mana leaking, but unfortunately he mana leaks himself as well. BKB keeping him somewhat alive, but Ajit shotgun up in 5 seconds. Abu burning all of his mana. Abu, or sorry, not Abu, Dobu. He's gonna be dead. To
And Velo, he's gonna try and run away. That 3v2 is now 3v1. And oh my gosh, I mean 2v1, sorry. And that's where you see Nana, he's gonna try and cut the trees. He wants to chase Velo down. Morphling already sniped off Keep Up the Light so many times. I've lost count already throughout this game. And this is just really, really sad. But Velo, okay, he's gonna get out, but the rest of his team is just dead. So Lumi, oh my god, we just saw the power of Velo. Can he actually carry his team?
No. I mean,
It's too difficult.
It's like that top fight, remember when he ran in and just distracted the whole team? Like he, despite having the Abyssal Blade, he can't actually kill people quickly enough. His team just dies way too fast. And I don't think that will change anytime soon. I don't see how it will change, especially when Leshrac dies every single fight. If he had an Octarine, I think there might be a chance, but he's just not close getting it. Every time like he comes to life, he farms 200 gold and he dies and he loses like 400 gold. So, and actually, Morphling has I have Scotty, so Velo, I'm not sure how long he could kite and survive.
Worst case scenario, he has to sell the mech, go into a heart or something. The mech at this point can't really save his team. Not even Dubu. But hold on, 4-man smoke coming up from MVP. They're gonna go with Velo to the Roche pit, but it should be down by then. There's Warriors Gaming. They'll find some cheese, I think.
Velo's charging in. Oh, the Burrow Strike stops him short. Morphling gets the Aegis. And there's no way you take this fight, right? Yeah, MVP.
Yeah, you have to back off right now. But Velo all alone, they may have to use the defensive relocate for him.
Well, on the backline, Qo actually forces out a rock, but suddenly he's under the siege of a rock and Kang. He's trying to run away, but I mean, under the chakra, relocate defensively. Yes, they actually get him out to the base. Velo, can he actually survive this long? I don't think so. And that means they're gonna lose Io on the way out as well. Meanwhile, looks like somebody got shotgun, Febby. And yeah, Ryzen's dead.
Febby, Dubu, and Ryzen are not having a fun game at all. And once again, another snipe. Io goes down. And beyond godlike streak for Ajit, as this is basically his game right now. He just goes around, they can't kill him. And MVP,
yeah,
they've had enough. They've been battered enough.
I already think the GG was when they lost the Rex, but they still gave it a couple fights. Definitely commend MVP for their effort in this game. And honestly, they came very close. Like that fight near the Roshan pit, where they kind of turned things around and killed Morphling and even went up to the high ground. I thought for a second there, MVP had a chance. And then reality struck. And Ajit came out with a shotgun and went to work.
And maybe overextending in a couple of fights. Like Warriors Gaming, they knew what they needed to do. This is why Morphling, he kept going to the backline just to polish up the supports so that they could not be pesky. Like just Ryzen and Dubu things which they were supposed to accomplish. And you look at X Nova every single time. You look at Q1 Velo, they tried to kill X Nova, but because he's so tanky, look at him, Mech, X, they just couldn't kill him at all.
Yeah. You know, the most surprising thing for me this game was the Bristleback got shut down pretty hard early, right? Die First Blood, got a second kill when the Sand King Burrow striked up, and kind of slowly, he still got the highest net worth for the whole game. Bristleback's not exactly the fast farming hero, but his team did such an excellent job stacking for him that he was able to catch up and stayed ahead. And honestly, I think if his team got a little bit more gassed in it, they might have actually won that game. But unfortunately, Bristleback is not the hero that you want to kind of 1v5 solo against the world. But that's going to do it for us today here at the Beyond the Summit presentation of Summit 6. We have Warrior Gaming knocking out MVP.Phoenix. Unfortunately, we will not have them at Los Angeles. Tomorrow, the broadcast continue with C. I do believe Cyclops or Lyrical Gaming will be casting that one, as I am having a day off. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the broadcast. We got Hades coming in for the last BO2. Thank you so much. Any final words?
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed watching MVP versus Warriors Gaming. I think Warriors Gaming, we should expect to see a lot more from them in time to come.
Yep, they are definitely quite good. And of course, I'm Luminous. You could definitely follow me at Luminous Inverse as well as at Hades Dota. We are done. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.